It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Fields. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Operating from the gun, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Hey, I 7. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the backer. Shoot.
Miller now operating from the gun. Drops it to Jones in the flat. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Team 6. Team 6.
2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. 20! And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
On the ready. 51, Mike 51. Get around. West. 36, 36.
To throw on second down. Fields. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's taken down inside the 30. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run on second down with Cohen. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, and said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They run. This is Cohen. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
57. Mike, 57. You ain't
ready? Miller on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
check, cross.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 57 Mike. Mike 57.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Go. 57 Mike. Mike 57. Let's go, D.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this 1st quarter. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line.
Hey, Delta. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You don't want nothing.
From the gun, Miller. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Foxtrot. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Looking to throw. Miller. And he will find his man on the outside. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ready. Gate, read. I got you. Watch out. Shoot.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go, set, 15, Ronnie, 15 Ronnie. Big rip.
Now Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Hey, Irvin. 57's the mic. Rock 57. Watch the pass.
Hey! Snap.
Second and 5. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Hunter Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun. Fields. Throw left side, complete to Moss. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. The 20, 10, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Look at me, zipper.
Here's Miller from the gun. He'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
Now.
Ringo.
Max 57, 57's mine. Hey, check.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Key 26. Key 20.
Hey, Wahoo.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Miller. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 57.
Now Miller throwing on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Back to throw. Miller. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Get it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Rosas puts this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Fields. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the intercept. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field. Defensive backs blank.
Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Here's more on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
57 to Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Bravo.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Miller now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey. Max 57.
Looking to throw. Miller. Complete to Washington. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch the slant.
Running right, Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Watch the run. Yeah. Alpha. 53, Mike. Bring it. 53's the Mike.
Miller to throw on third down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here's Jones on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns. Will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time to go.
Here's Miller operating from the gun to the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, exit.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Now Miller from the gun. He'll throw. He'll rifle. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Ramirez. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. To throw is Ramirez on 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Back to throw again. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Ready, break. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
I'm trying to collect. Check 13. Check 13.
General West. 5.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Go, go.
From the gun, Miller. This one complete to Ingram. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Mike 53. Target. Hey, Charlie. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Miller now throwing on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. This is Jones. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Miller. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Hey, lock it.
Looking to throw. Miller looking end zone, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
57. Mike, 57. Switch.
Miller to throw on second down, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Back to throw. Miller. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Second and 15. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes, but now you got to have guys who can actually...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Returning it is Moore. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The last run got 6, now second and 4. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. This is Ingram. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Watch twist. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Hey, Haywood.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Ready? 18 Gator. 53, Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Ready. 50, plant. Check 53, Mike. I got you, son.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory.